Hi everybody, it's Friday and I've got two custom journals that I worked on this week for MJ. Hi MJ! And this one, let's get the measuring out of the way. She wanted large journals, so this is 9 by 6. It's a little bit different in the cover. MJ allows me to experiment with different things, and I think I went a little crazy with this one. But she tells me what she wants in it, and let me see. Yeah, this one has got the Montgomery Ward book things. What am I trying to say? You know, that big book that I showed in a previous video, and she fell in love with them. And I used strictly that, maybe a few other little things in it, but mostly that. On the cover, I used it's really faint, and you can see it on the back side. I used a stripe fabric, and then I put this really pretty top colored lace over it. And then on the cover, I added a real pretty piece of a I really don't know what this is. It may be a tablecloth and part of a doily, and I put an M here for MJ. And one of these ribbons here that's got, you know, different charms all over it, hooked on with safety pins. And it's got a lace closure. And on the inside, let's go in. I left the pockets plain. In a book, for me, in a book this size, you've got to have some plain and some busy, because you want to give the eye a place to rest. It's kind of like a painting. You do that when you're painting too. So I left the pocket plain, but it's got part of an embroidery, and it's got a real pretty scalloped edge. And then I sewed real heavy with gray thread around it to go with the stripe. That's the stripe that is up under this lace. Real pretty. And on the inside, she liked the big cards that I did, so I did her a really big card. And this kind of cracks me up, because I think it's probably the first, I don't know for sure, but this is an Olympic ice skater. Won the championship for 5 years. He's just covered in medals, and you know, he's promoting ice skates. So it's probably the first sports, what do you call it? Sports. Oh, well, I just drew a blank. But anyway, y'all will figure it out. But it's huge. And then I backed it on a piece of muslin and sewed around it. And I tore the edges and put some cheesecloth and some eyelash fiber and a little flower there. And coffee stain. It fits really nicely in that pocket. Over here, I've got part of a doily and a piece of linen fabric with one of the little things that they were selling in the Montgomery Ward book. This is for forged steel pliers for $1.20. And I put this on the page. I thought it was really pretty. It's a little booklet. And instead of it having pages, it's got pockets with things to write on. It also will hold more. It is cute. It's just a cute little idea, and I like it. So, and then I put part of a book page, and put some little lace on top. I'm going to tie that back up because I don't want it to get smushed, since it is on the first page. I'm going to make y'all watch me tie this with my fumble fingers. Okay. It's stitched down the side. I used a tan stitching. Over here, I used one of the tags that we make, and I put it on the page, and up under it is the image for combs, different combs, 76 cents, 45 cents. But, you know, what fascinates me the most about this book, you know, is its date, of course, but they didn't take pictures. They had people draw these things. They had illustrators, you know, so I mean, that's just amazing to look at some of these images and think somebody drew that, you know. Love it. Got some stitching up here. And she wanted to use these books, so I gave her plenty of places to write. That's the stitching. And a pocket here out of fabric with some seam binding and another one of those ads. I hope y'all can see. And a card for journaling. I just sewed around and sewed around. It's my spastic sewing machine. I just leave them. I think they're kind of cool. Don't even bother to fix it on the machine. Because it has a coolness factor. And this is a thing out of the book. I keep saying thing out of the book because I can't figure out what it is. It's not an ad. It's a thing for dolls. And over here is some stitching from the other side. And this is one of the new images I've been making. Got a couple of those in here. Got some linen that's stitched very heavily on the edge. And some different fabrics and part of a doily. And another one of those things out of the book. I'm just going to call them things out of the book. And here's a tag with a... I got to take a peek, y'all. I can't tell if y'all can see that. Yeah, y'all can see that. There we go. Okay. And some of the bigger pages, I did not want to cut up. It's a huge book. It probably is 16 inches long. So, you know, there's some pages that, you know, you can see where I cut it in half. You want to preserve. So I put those in there as an extra page for viewing. And back here is another one of those images, and I made a pocket that is, you can write on and put some cards in there. And a postcard with a pretty floral on the back. And you can write right over that. And then a little mini card. Over here, she loves belly bands, so I made sure and put some of those in there. Some lace and some fabrics. And some cheesecloth here with a lace belly band and then some little pearls. That just serves to hold this card in place. And I needed something long, so I used that. And that just fits right up under there. Over here is a little envelope that I did a collage on. And it opens up and it's got another one with some lace. And then some cards for journaling. I love these craft paper cards. I think they really add a lot. And this is cheesecloth here. Just a whole bunch of different things. It's got some stamping. Over here is the flap of the envelope, and I used some fabric that was stamped on and a rose and some more cheesecloth. And I just tucked in a couple of cards. And that's got some stitching and some fabric and some lace. All kinds of goodies there. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous! So pretty. Over here is some lace with some stitching around the page. A black rubber raincoat. 59. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, if it's in black, it's 59 cents. Ah, love it. I thought this was kind of appropriate for MJ since she's way out in Hawaii. It's got a ukulele, some lace, some fabrics, some linen up under there, and some seam binding. A pretty image here. Another one of the tags that I just used to cover the page. You know, you could put a picture here and journal. Over here is a big pocket, fabric pocket with different bar pins on it that you could order. And a lace bow, and then I put 2 cards behind it, and that's the stitching from the other side. A little pocket watch has an M on it. I thought that was appropriate. Another sheet of the from the book. And here's some more linen with some heavy stitching on the edge and a little label, and a rose and some lace. And same on this side, just different fabrics. Over here is another one of those cards. It's got some gold, real pretty flower fabric, part of a piece of fabric, and a ruffle. One of the little tag tickets that I like to make with an image and some lace, and then the stitching down the side. And I put one of those silly flowers that I like to make sometimes. And then a tag with a little heart and some pink fluffiness. And then this is got a little chain on it, and it holds a bead and some tulle and a flower made out of cheesecloth, and it's just little tags to write on. Cute. And over here is some seam binding, some unidentified fabric, and some muslin. I keep such tiny scraps, as y'all can see, and I don't know where they came from or what, but I use as much as I can, everything that I can. Look at this stitching going all around the page. She needed some room to do some writing, so I left plenty of room, and this stitch goes all the way around and shows through on the other side. Really pretty. And this is a tuck spot here with collars. I guess they sold them separately. Kind of strange, isn't it? That didn't attach them to the shirt. 48 cents. 3 for 48 cents. I'll go out and buy several dozen. I stitched around the pocket there. A little card with a little mini tag. Part of a doily and some muslin. Another little card. Got some sari silk up here. Look at that coffee dye. Isn't that cool? Love it. And also stitching down the page here. And this is the other side. It's actually a CD holder, but I love it because of the window. And I just did a little collage with a rose, and I stamped on a flower and some stamped images and did some script stamp on it. And of course, inked it up pretty heavy. And inside it has a little card with lace and fabric. Punch bowl set with the little cups hanging off the punch bowl. More places for writing. Some more of that linen. And laces and fabrics. That's just cool. Love it. This is a pocket with some really pretty fabric that I just love. And I stitched around it and put a lace tie at the top and put some large cards in here. It's a clock with the matching fabric on it. Big journal card. Some stitching up here. That's part of a curtain. I will take any fabric and cut it up and use it if it's got a pretty. Another one of these stuffers that we make, and I just put it on the page with the stitching from the other side. Pretty card. That's the stitching. Some stitching going down the side here. Got a music roll. I don't exactly know what that would be. I don't know if it carries music papers or what. I don't know, but it's a case to carry something music related. And a doily and a cheesecloth piece and some lace. Gorgeous women. It's amazing that somebody drew these dresses and women and things. Over here is a mission couch for $19.85. $19.85. And a piece of lace coming down here and stitching on here. Another card with some fabrics and lace. Over here is another belly band, and it's got a big piece of lace here with some different fabrics and a safety pin. And I made it like the other with the lace and the cheesecloth, and I put, looks like a doctor's bag, doesn't it? Doesn't say doctor's bag. It says traveling bag. It's leather lined, $8.48. Woo! And then down here is the little tab that holds this card in place. This has got some pink fuzzy stuff. I just can't think of these names sometimes. And a pink rose with a lamp image here, and it's got some muslin on the back. And I just left the edges raw. I didn't ink them. I thought that was kind of neat. And here's a pocket with some lace, another image. And I stuffed several things in here. Some sari silk with some silver thread, and then just coffee dyed papers for writing. Get in there. They just want to be difficult with me. There we go. I want to see them all. Another real pretty part of that book. Some more of the linen with different fabrics, parts of a doily, some laces, and a little patch. Another little card down here with, I just love this stuff. It's eyelash fibers, and the card, little image there. And the stitching from the other side. I just love how that just comes over to me. It just adds a little something extra. This is part of a curtain, Child's Bloomers. Isn't that hysterical? Part of a doily here on a little linen patch and some lace and some stitching. And over here is a pocket that I made out of one of those image thingies. And it's for hair ornaments. And it's got some seam binding up here with the stitching from the other side. And I put some big cards in here. It's got some different lace, pearl goodies. And then 2 coffee dyed. Look at that. See how cool it is? Put that behind. Another page from the book. And then a little tag here with parts of a doily and fabrics and stitching down the side. And I just let the lace come over from the other page. Got a little advertisement. I left the threads on here, MJ. If they drive you crazy, just trim them off. Piece of lace here. I think that's part of a curtain. Could be. I don't know. Could be an edge of a placemat. Could be a part of a table runner. I don't know anymore. I've got so much of that stuff, and I just whack it, and then I get the pieces and keep them in a little box by me. And over here, since you like the big cards, I put 2 big cards over here, and it's got some lace stitched around, coffee dyed paper, and it's the heavy cardboard that you like. Lingerie clasps. They prevent shoulder straps from becoming disarranged. Whoever thunk? Who thunk it? And this is the other part of the napkin here with the scalloped edge stitched around in the gray. And there's the back. Like I said, it's a different cover than what I normally do, but it just, I don't know, it just seemed to fit this book. And the little M. I want to thank y'all so much for being here with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.